everything you could possibly use here for your class today, but as we've said, if you don't have the stuff, that's okay. Message on or I and let me know what you're looking for props or what you might need. Today's theme is going to be about the spring equinox, which is today, and bringing some of that new growth into ourselves through our body's movements. So if you want to go ahead and settle down, feel your breath, find a comfortable way. We will go to standing to start with. So if you want to just find your space and find your breath. I thought I had it to turn off. Maybe not. Try to turn off the heater here. Okay, it's counting down. Turn on the music. All right, whether you're seated, lying down, or standing, we're just going to roll those shoulders back. Feel that shoulder roll. I hope my mic is not making too much noise. I think I've got it taped in place. We're going to let one shoulder go down, 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 and the ear follows. Shrug the shoulders up and let them slowly slide down. Letting the other ear travel to a shoulder, letting the shoulders go down. Shrugging the shoulders up and exhaling down. Roll them out. Wiggle those fingers. For some of us, we may be typing and texting even more than usual or holding our phones, our iPads. Maybe it's the TV remote. So we're going to move our fingers. Roll the wrists. Both directions. Maybe making waves. Moving the elbows. If you have a lot of congestion today or you're having any sinus issues or a lot of post-nasal drip, we will be taking our head down below our heart, but if that does not work for you, move your arms. If that does not work for you, then please let your head be above your heart. And we'll go over that in class. All right, so I'm gonna stand, make your way up to a comfortable standing position, whatever that process is for you. So that we can stand in Tadasana. Move my contraption over here. Wiggle your toes. And Tadasana is where your center of your ankles line up with the middle of your knees and with the hip points. Unless you're surgically altered, this is usually what you'll be able to line up with. So we're going to rock back and forth, opening up those feet, opening up your roots. And settling back in. Open those toes as wide as you can and then plant big toe and follow suit down. Taking the inner thighs, squeezing them in and then rolling them back a little bit. So then we can roll our shoulders back and down. Our tailbone is going to aim towards the floor like a taproot. So we're not going to duck butt and we don't want to over tuck. We want a neutral pelvis. So finding our Tadasana, we're going to inhale and lift those hands up, reaching all the way up, tailbone down, feeling your breath come into your belly. We're going to exhale, hands float down and slightly bend the knees. Exhale. Inhale, unbending the knees and lifting up. Plant those toes in. Exhale, the shins are going to lead towards the floor versus the knees. Again, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Great. This next time as we come up, We're going to leave our arms up. We're going to roll those shoulders back. We're going to exhale, arms out in T position. Our hips are going to stay square in our Tadasana. And as we exhale, we're going to draw the navel in and slightly twist to the left side. Inhale as you bring yourself back to the middle. Exhale, we're going to let the hands come down, mini chair. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, T position. Roll the shoulders back and down. Exhale, draw navel in and twist to the right, allowing the hips to face forward. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, hands down. Let's do that again on each side. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale as you twist. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down, slight bend in the knees. Inhale up. Exhale as you twist, navel leads the way. Inhale up. Exhale, arms come down. And standing upright, shoulders roll back, palms face forward, fingertips go down, toes press into the floor, heels down, slightly rolling those inner thighs in and down, feeling the breath come in and out of the belly. Imagining that your feet are rooting down into the earth, like all those fine spring roots that have been growing deeper and deeper into the earth. You're going to bring that new life energy from the earth in through the feet. Imagining that it's helping to heal and wind all the way through the legs, into the hips, spreading new life. Up through the torso, the spine, and spreading through the chest, through the fingertips, the palms. Like roots and veins of the trees and the plants, coming back up through the spine, through the neck, through the crown of the head. Taking that new life energy from the earth as it travels through the body. We're going to do that same movement that we did earlier, just a little bit ago. Feel your breath and move that earth energy through the body. So we inhale, reaching up. Maybe your leaves, petals, or branches reach up. And on your exhale, twisting, blowing in the wind to the left. Inhaling to the center. Exhale as you slightly middle chair. Hands come down. Inhale up. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale, hands down. We're going to let the hands come in front now. We're going to inhale in front. Wing the pinkies behind you and exhale down. If having the hands in front of you is not comfortable for your shoulders, you can place your hands on your shoulders and draw with your elbows. We're going to add our knees with us as we come up. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bend those knees, but we're going to take the shins towards the floor. So shins lead down. As our hands reach out in front. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, like those big water wheels, those old mills that you've seen. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. And letting the arms rest as we stand back up. We're going to stand a little wider than hip distance. Feet are going to face forward. We're going to tick-tock our hips a little bit. If your bursitis is acting up, you may want to bend that knee a little bit so you don't over-torque. Slightly bend the knees, and we're going to do a hip circle. I'm popping and cracking. Don't know about you. And then the other way around. And then tick-tock back and forth. Coming back to the middle, we're going to place our hands on our hips, roll the shoulders back, let the elbows point outwards. We're going to hinge forward. As we hinge, we're going to help our hips tip. So we're going to help our hips tip, and we're going to lead belly first, heart second, halfway down. And then slide the hands down the legs, neutral spine, monkey or half back. Plant those feet, those are your roots. Knees are just slightly bent, long spine. When you're ready, sliding those hands down the legs, drawing the navel first, not the heart, not the forehead. Navel leads the way down, slowly opening those legs. Coming into a wide forward fold. If it's okay to let your head come below your heart, allowing your heart to go towards your knees, your head down towards the mat. Big breaths here. If you want, you can tick-tock your hips side to side, feeling that opening through the different layers of hamstring, behind the knee. When you're ready, bend your knees, slide your hands up to your knees, roll the shoulders back, come halfway up with the head. Come up above the heart a little bit, bend the knees a little bit, slide on up. Tick-tock the hips. Let's try that again. This time we're going to let our arms come all the way up. We're going to exhale, swan dive. Same thing, press those feet in, come halfway down. We're going to pause, let our arms drop down and swing. Let them circle. And then when you're ready, leading with the navel, not the chest or the heart, hinging down. Resisting the urge to hyperextend. We want our knees slightly bent. As we come down. Roll the shoulders back, unhinge halfway, and then slowly slide back up. The arms extend out to the sides, feeling your feet as your roots. Bring that earth energy up through the outside of the body, through the fingers and the palms. 5-pointed star. All right, we're going to let our hands come down. We're going to toe heel back to the middle. Move your ankles. Lots of different directions. So we've warmed up more of the back of the legs. Now we're going to open up the front. Now this is where you can use blocks, books, or your chair. I'm going to show you how to use the chair since we don't usually get that option in our normal classes. If you'd rather like to use your blocks, you can use your blocks. There's no right or wrong way with this. So if you're used to using your blocks and that's what you have, go ahead and use that. So usually we would be using our blocks in the highest or the medium point. So today I'm going to show you how you can use your chair for downward dog and lunges. So you can hold the outside of the chair. I know some people that turn the chair so that the back you're holding on to, but I'm going to use the seat. Actually, I'm going to flip up this cushion, if it'll stay. And I'm going to start up close, just like we would with our blocks, and we're going to cat-cow. First, starting in our cow, pressing our hands and our feet in. The bottom jaw can come over the top, or you can stick your tongue out. As you cat, you're going to press your hands in, press your feet in, and arch your back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more of each. We're going to pause, bend your knees. We're going to step the right foot straight back. Watch those feet go back. Feel the toes roll to the ball of the foot, and then letting the whole foot place on the floor. If you feel like you are uneven or you don't have balance, bring that back foot up a little bit and replace it on the floor. But I want both feet flat on the floor if you can. Our front shin is going to go towards the blocks or towards the chair, the front of the mat. Hips are square. Tailbone is following the back heel. Resisting the urge to hyperextend, we're going to bend and unbend that knee in the back. Front shin is pressing towards the front of your mat. Center of the knee lines up with second and third toe. Then placing both feet on the floor, we're going to start to unbend our front knee using blocks. You can hold on to your knee if you'd rather, or the chair. Again, maybe you slide one hand to your hip and make sure your hip isn't doing the action, as in your butt's not moving back and forth. Instead, it's this knee bending and unbending. Then we're going to take the front shin and press it forward, press the back heel down into the earth. Tailbone follows. We're going to look forward, roll the shoulders back, bring the hands to the knees if you're not already there, and lifting one arm and then the other up and roll the shoulders back. Tailbone goes down towards the back heel, draw the navel in. Look at your front knee, line it up with second and third toe. We're going to do that twisting motion that we did before. Take your tailbone slightly towards the middle of your mat, down to the floor just a little bit. You're going to come out in T position. Palms face the earth, and as we exhale, navel comes towards our spine as we twist. Inhale to the center. Line yourself up, and then exhale to the right. Squeeze those inner thighs. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, lift the hands up. Inhale, tailbone becomes taproot down to the earth. Bring that earth energy up, shining through your heart and your palms. We're going to exhale and lean forward, grabbing blocks, chair, knee. Maybe you grab the floor. Unbend the front knee. Bend the front knee. We're coming into pyramid. If you want, unbend that front knee and bring your navel towards the thigh, the heart towards the knee, and then the forehead towards your thighs, towards your shins, crown of the head towards the toes.
You might see my guest teachers today. Lloyd and Millie are the dogs, Max and Magnus are the cats. When you're ready, bend the front knee, looking forward. Bring the hands to the front knee, chair or blocks, lifting up one more time, all the way up. We're going to exhale and twist to the left. Inhale up. Center yourself, then exhale to the right. Press those inner thighs towards each other. Try to drag the pinkies away. Inhale, center. We're going to bend both knees. Let our hands come forward a little bit. Come to the ball of the back foot. Step up. And Tadasana. Feel the difference in your body. Feel your breath coming in and out through the soles of your feet, through your belly, through your heart, through your palms, the crown of the head. We're going to do a forward fold. So for our forward fold, again, you can use blocks, chair, and or just your legs. Rolling the shoulders back. And exhale down. Have you already gone over 45 minutes? Feeling the feet press in. Bending the knees, sliding the hands up, rolling the shoulders back. All right. If you can hear me, stay with the Tadasana. I'm having a weird screen, so I'm going to see what's going on. It says it's recording. I have it on Do Not Disturb, so no one can contact me if otherwise. Just said thank you, and I think it said this meeting was over, but I'm not sure. Can continue.
It's okay. All is well.
All right. So we've come up from our forward fold, and we're going to do the other side. So when you're ready, using blocks or the chair, I'm going to use the blocks this time. So you saw me use the chair. This time I'm going to use the blocks. We're going to do our cat-cow again. Pressing our hands into our blocks, our feet press into the floor. We're going to inhale into our cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Pausing at neutral spine, stepping the left foot back, watching the foot come back. Bending and unbending that front knee as you take the shin towards the toes. I'm going to move my blocks closer to my feet so that my shoulders are even and they're not trying to round. Pausing with the front shin towards the toes. Now we're going to bend and unbend the back knee. Sliding our hands to our bent front knee. Rising up, squeezing those inner thighs, pressing the feet in. Tailbone first is going to go towards the back heel and then towards the middle of the mat. We're going to lift our arms up, roll those shoulders back and down. Front shin goes towards the second and third knee, toe.
We're going to exhale on that twist towards the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Each side again. Squeezing the inner thighs, pressing the feet in towards the floor to find your balance. We're going to reach forward, unbend the front knee, finding the chair, blocks, or your leg. You slide down, then rebend the knee, hinge a little bit more, unbend the knee. Use blocks, chair, knee. You can even use the floor. Bending and unbending the front knee. When you're ready, squeeze the inner thighs, press the front toes towards the front of the mat, your back heel towards the foot of the mat. And as you hinge, your navel comes towards the thigh, heart towards the knees, and crown of the head towards the toes. Squeezing inner thighs, dragging that right hip back. When you're ready, bending that front knee, pressing the shin forward, sliding up to your front knee, tailbone hinges down. We're going to roll those arms back, lifting the hands up. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, center. We're going to bend both knees, let the hands come forward a little bit. Stepping forward, chair. And then rolling shoulders back on bending knees into Tadasana. When you're ready, a gentle forward fold. Knees are slightly bent, hinging down. Again, honoring your head and your heart. Letting the head hang heavy. Bending just the right knee. Planting the left foot in. Unbending that right knee. Bend just the left knee. Unbend the left knee. Bend both. Let your belly rest on those thighs. Shoulders hang heavy. Maybe you rock a little bit on your feet to the toes and then back to the heels until you find the center. Sliding the hands up to the knees, roll the shoulders back and down, looking up. Tailbone's going to swish towards the floor, raising your heart up, letting your arms come out, but squeezing your rib cage. Palms face upwards. Squeeze those inner thighs. Bring the solidness of the earth, of the roots into your body. We're going to inhale, reaching all the way up, unbend those knees. Pinkies swing back, exhale like that wheel. Again, bend the knees, chair. Inhale up. Exhale into the wheel, slight chair. Again, one more. Unbend those knees, let the hands float down. Standing in your Tadasana. Feeling the breath moving in and out of the body. Moving from the earth and plant life into the rain of spring, which waters the plants, which waters the seeds for new growth. We're going to step wide in our mat again. We're going to move our block forward, and or you can use the chair. I'm going to show block first. We're going to do a wide angle forward fold. So wherever feels comfortable in your space, feet face forward, rolling shoulders back and down, bringing the hands to our hips. We're going to hinge just like we did a little bit ago. Heart leads where you can look forward. Finding the block or using the chair. I'm going to use the block first. I'll show chair second. You can either have it on the tall side, the medium side. You can, if you know your body's able to, have your fingertips on the floor. Using the block, you're going to walk the block, or you can scoot the block across the floor to where you feel comfortable. I tend to like this side. Roll those shoulders back. Bring your weight over your shoulders a little bit. Find your feet flat on the floor. Bend your knees. We're going to press that block into the floor as we bring the booty back over our feet. Lengthening the arms, lengthening the spine. So without the block, you would walk your hands forward. Same idea as we usually do in downward dog. Head hangs. If you're using a chair, same thing. Scoot the chair or walk away from the chair. You can use a counter. You can use an ottoman, a sofa. Feeling the breath moving in and out of the body. Head hangs heavy. Feel each toe connecting to the earth, the heels connecting to the earth. And then when you're ready, slowly walk those hands, block or walk up to the chair. Hands come to your thighs, bend the knees, slowly unhinge up. Go as slow as you need for your body. Standing in open position. Letting our hips slide to the right. Sliding our left hand down the outside left leg. Heart is lifted towards the sky, tailbone towards the right heel. Maybe you even look towards the sky. You don't have to. You can even let that right arm lift up like you're trying to touch the moon, the stars. The heart is following. Slight twist as the navel comes up. We're going to look down towards our left heel and slide that left foot towards the short side of the mat. We're going to bend the left knee, taking the shin towards the toes. This might look familiar for your side angle. We're going to slide our left hand so that the forearm meets the thigh, drawing the navel towards the sky, pressing that arm in. So it's lifting, taking the tailbone towards the heel. Then if you want to reach that hand up, you can. You can also take those fingertips and reach towards your left toes. As if your fingers are pouring out water, like a watering can. And we're going to turn our head to look at our left toes. I'm going to slide this right hand down our side, letting it rest. I'm going to slide this left hand to the knee and unbend that knee. Sliding the left hand toward the shin, the knee, the thigh. And then we're going to take this right hand and we're going to wrap it around our bellies. We're going to exhale and draw the belly up towards the sky. Heart follows as our gaze starts to turn towards the sky, and then the arm unfolds into triangle. Tailbone goes towards the back right heel. Bend your front knee. We're going to come upright into warrior two. Exalted warrior. We're going to tip back. Tailbone goes towards the front heel. So we tip back into exalted warrior. Squeeze the inner thighs, press the feet in, inhale back up into warrior two. Unbend that left knee, turn the left foot towards the long side and come back up. We're going to swan dive into a long, wide angle forward fold. If you want, you can reach your hands behind you. You can reach your hands towards your feet. If you're using the chair, you can reach forward. If you're using a block, you can reach forward. If you want to do a wide angle downward dog, walk your hands into a wide angle downward dog. Resisting the urge to hyperextend the knees. On your inhale, looking up, walking those hands back underneath you. Hands slide to the knees, rolling the shoulders back and standing upright. 5-pointed star, arms come out. Ticking towards the left hip, sliding the right hand down the leg. Navel and heart lifts towards the ceiling. Squeezing inner thighs, pressing the heels and big toes into the floor. Letting that left hand come down. Turning the right foot towards the short side of the mat. Bending that front knee. Sliding the right hand into your side angle position. So you can have your forearm pressing in. For some, you might be pressing the outside or the inside of the leg. You might even have your hand on a block, chair, whatever is working for you so that your shoulders can be open. Your navel and your heart are lifted up. Reaching the left hand up and then over towards the toes. Tailbone goes towards the back heel. Letting that left hand rest at your left side. Unbending, turning your head towards your front toes, towards your right toes. Unbending. Letting that right arm drop down, finding a hand hold. Tailbone goes towards the back heels. Grabbing the belly or the rib cage and drawing it towards the heart, towards the sky, and then unfolding the left arm into Trikonasana, triangle. Squeezing the inner thighs, pressing the feet firmly in. Bending the front knee and rising up into your warrior two. Unbending the front knee, turning both sets of feet towards the long side of the mat, 5-pointed star. Hands come to the hips, heels come in, toes, heels, and then we're going to track the middle of our knees towards second and third toe. I like to use my hands to press down and out my inner thighs, coming into a goddess position. Rolling the shoulders back. Those knees travel towards second and third toe. If you want, you can take your elbows towards your waist. You can reach those arms out and then up for your full goddess. You want to come even deeper, lift the heels up off the floor. Full goddess pose, we stick our tongues out and we roll our eyes up. Let your heels come down, unbend those knees, arms come to the sides. Toe, heel backwards. Finding your Tadasana. Wiggle around and find it, finding your breath. So today we've been working on our twists for our health, been bringing in the elements of the earth, of the water, of the wind. Feel the heat in your body as the fire and the light spreads through. What time is it? All right. We're going to come down to the floor. If you have a strap, a scarf, or a belt, we're going to be using that. If not, it's okay. You can still use your hand on the thigh. By all means, if you need a drink of water, go ahead and grab some. We're going to make our way down to the floor. I'm going to show you how to use a chair and your blocks for what we usually only have the strap for. So I'm going to bring the chair closer to me so I can show you how to use a chair at home. Usually in our class, we only have a strap and maybe a block. All right, so we're going to come down flat on our backs. I want you to have your feet flat on the floor. Knees are hip distance apart. We're going to walk our fingertips down the mat. Press those palms into the floor. Squeeze those elbows towards the middle of your body. Press the feet in. The shins are going to go towards the foot of the mat and lift those hips up into your bridge. Tailbone goes towards the knees. Push the shins away, tailbone towards the knees. And then slowly rise down as we take the tailbone towards the knees. We're going to let the shoulders come down first. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Shins still press away, tailbone towards the knees. As the space between the navel and the floor comes down, then the sacrum and the hips. Let it rest heavy. We're going to grab our strap, scarf, or belt. We're going to find the ball of the left foot. We're going to lengthen up that leg. Holding the strap, arms are down on the floor. Our right foot is pressed in, our right hip is staying on the floor. As we hold the strap in our right hand, we're going to bring our left hand to our hip. Draw that hip down, flexing the left foot, and we're going to let that leg drift over. Breathe out, breathe in as it floats back up. Exhale as it floats down. Open and close the jaw. Make sure you're not holding tension. When you're ready, we're going to let it pause over there. Left hip comes back down to the earth and towards the foot of the mat. We're going to bend that left knee, draw it in towards the heart. And let that leg come back in towards the heart. I'm going to let go of the strap for right now, holding that thigh instead. Drawing that thigh in, point and flex the foot. Roll the ankle, wiggle the toes. This time, unbend that knee, holding the thigh at our heart. Flex through the heel. So our foot is like as we're standing on the ceiling. We're going to point and flex. Wiggle those toes and roll that ankle. Unbend the knee, let the leg float away from the thigh. So if you want to use your strap, you can lasso the foot again, or you can hold the thigh and we're just going to tick-tock that leg back and forth. I like to leave my elbows on the floor and catch my leg in my hand and let it open. If you want to use the strap, you can. I like to use my hand as a brace. And squeezing my inner thighs, using my hand to assist, bringing that leg back, and I'm going to toss it towards my right hand. Hips still down. And then letting it rest over to the side. I'm going to use my hand. If you want to use a block, you can put a block here. You can use a chair, a sofa, something to rest that on. I'm using my hand because that's what feels right. Still pressing my right foot in. Tailbone goes down towards the foot of the mat. Hips stay on the floor. You can also slide into a half happy baby if that feels right for you. When you're ready to come out of that, bend the knee, slide the leg back to the middle. Other side. So if you don't have a strap, I'm going to show you how to do this without a strap. If you have a strap, belt, or scarf, you're going to go over the ball of the foot. Right hip comes down. I'm going to slowly draw that leg over. So this is if you do not have a strap or a belt. Usually we would be holding it. Go back and forth, still holding that right hip down. Back and forth. When you're ready, pausing over to that left side, open and close the mouth. Leg comes back, and then we're going to go over and back just a few times. Then we're going to bend that knee, draw it into the chest. Hold the thigh into the heart. Roll the ankle. Point and flex, wiggle the toes. We're going to unbend. Hip comes back down on the right side. Roll the ankle again. Wiggle the toes. And then let the leg drift away again. This is where we're going to toss the leg back and forth. You can use a strap if you want, or without the strap. Slowly warming up to when we then come over to the side. When you're ready to let it drift, let your hand, a block. So here I have a pillow. Let's say you have a pillow at home, and let the pillow catch your thigh. So my hand's free, my thigh is being caught by my bolster over here. Use your props at home. And then I'm going to press my left foot in, let my left hip come back down. So it doesn't have to be an effort that makes you hold your breath. And then we're going to assist that leg to come back in. Squeeze your inner thighs, let that leg come in, bend the knee, feet on the floor. Now, this is where I said we can use the chair or the blocks. If you want to use your blocks for your butterfly, you can put your feet on your block. Soles of the feet come together and then the knees come out. If you're using a chair, let's say your knees don't want to come out as far, you can put your feet up on the chair, soles of the feet come together, and let the knees come out. The beauty of using a chair. So this is the chair option. You can use the block option. You can use a pillow underneath your feet. You can even use a pillow or blocks underneath your knees if you rather. But this one lifts the knees up above the hips versus below like we usually do. Bringing your hands to your belly once you find your spot. Hello, Floyd. Feeling your breath move in and out. The sacrum, the back of the pelvis, connected to the earth and the water. As the breath is connected to the fire and the air. Slowly tilting the pelvis down towards the floor and slowly then tucking towards the ceiling, feeling those slight connectors in those hips, and then pause and relax in your butterfly again. The act of practicing yoga is allowing yourself to connect to all the inner workings of the body, the physical, the energetic, the emotional, the spiritual, to yoke, to bring them together. When you're ready, we're going to assist those legs to come back together. Push the block out of the way. Walk the legs out wide and let the knees collapse in. Counterpose to all the big hip openers we've done. And then transitioning into Shavasana. Shavasana, we have all these lovely props. You can use the bolsters, you can use the chair, blanket, pillows underneath your knees as you extend those legs down. Your back is probably already pretty comfortable because we already adjusted that. Arms can be out, palms usually up. If you'd like to use that lovely assistance of the chair, let your feet rest on there. You can use your blanket or your pillows underneath your feet, underneath your legs as you extend those legs long. Feeling the support of the earth underneath, the sky above. Imagining that someone is massaging your shoulders. Your shoulders drip down towards the earth, away from the ears. Your body feels heavier and heavier on the earth. The throat is easing and relaxing. The jaws relax. The eyes rest heavy in their sockets. Feeling the breath as it moves in and out of the body gently, easily. Feeling all of the new life and growth of spring surrounding you, whether you see it in flowers and greenery, and baby animals, however you envision spring, the smells, the feeling of it, what it means to you in a positive manner. letting it fill your body, your mind, and your spirit. You begin to wiggle fingers and toes, scrunching the nose, opening and closing the mouth, sticking the tongue out, feeling more and more of yourself becoming one with the physical body, stretching, moving, and wiggling. Just like those new plants opening up. We saw crocuses earlier this week, reaching up and preparing your body to roll to one of your sides. There is no right or wrong side, just whatever one feels comfortable for you. You can use your props if you'd like. When you feel like you have recalibrated your body, I'm going to slowly come up. If you have a trigger side in your back or in your shoulders, draw that knee a little closer to the heart. So mine is my right side. And then slowly work your way up, coming to a comfortable seated position. Whatever that might be, it does not need to be cross-legged or lotus. Something that feels like you can comfortably breathe, feeling those open hearts. We release the back, the front, and back bodies. Feeling that spring renewal flow through the body as we bring our hands together in Andala Mudra, rubbing, opening up that chi. Filling those hands more and more as we rub them with all of the good wishes and prayers and hopes and dreams that we have, the intentions we had for spring, for the time right now. We're going to exhale and let our hands part and shine forward. Shining those beautiful things forward and up to the heavens, to source. If there are good wishes to other people, situations, it shines out from us. And if you'd like, you can join me in our Om, 3 Shantis and a Namaste. Om being the sound of the universe, Shanti meaning peace in Sanskrit, said 3 times connects you to your own inner divine. And Namaste means the light within me honors the light within you. May join if you wish. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. And thank you. If you have any questions or concerns, go ahead and let me know. You can either message through Anna, you can message me privately on Facebook or by text messages or emails. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.